Hi, this is Skip Stewart, Vice President and Chief Improvement Officer with Baptist Memorial Healthcare. So here's the question. What is the Baptist Management System? Well, the simple answer is it is an improvement system within our overall operating system. The blue brain here has become synonymous with the Baptist Management System because we want to have good thinking when it comes to people, good thinking when it comes to processes, and good thinking when it comes to purpose. But one question some might have is, what is a system? At its most basic definition, a system is a whole that cannot be divided into independent parts. See, the human body here, for example, is a system consisting of many interdependent subsystems like the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, and so on. Any one of these parts cannot function and survive on its own. The body lives and thrives in the interactions of the subsystems. The car is a great example of a system. The purpose of a car is to take you from point A to point B, but no part of a car by itself can get you from point A to point B. It's only when the parts interact do we bring about that property. So when we think about this improvement system that we call the Baptist Management System, I would encourage us to think about it in three dimensions: people, process, and purpose. And all of these dimensions have principles that we'll speak to in a minute, but these three dimensions cannot be acting independent, but interdependent. It's only when they interact do we get the full power of the Baptist Management System. Another way to think about it is connecting the dots. See, to think systemically is very difficult because it is counterintuitive. We have been told, and maybe even said ourselves throughout our careers, that if each department or individual does their very best, then as a whole, we will do our very best. But this is not necessarily true, because when you improve the performance of each part of a system separately, you do not improve the system as a whole and are very likely to hurt it. This is counterintuitive to how many of us have been trained in college and in graduate school and medical school and in life. So why do we need this improvement system that we call the Baptist Management System? Well, mainly because of this word here called entropy, which is the second law of thermodynamics. And entropy says that everything is in a constant state of deterioration and degradation. And that is why sustainment is so hard. Another way to think about it that I've been telling people is that your sandcastle is melting. Think about it. If you build that sandcastle and you walk away from it, the elements instantly start to tear it down. The wind, the ocean, maybe if it rains, kids running up and down the beach, dogs, and so on and so forth. So let's think about the Baptist Management System. First and foremost, we have 11 guiding principles, and these principles we want to influence the Baptist Management System. The first four make up that dimension of people. The second five make up that dimension of processes. And the last two make up that dimension of purpose. But these principles are not independent, but interdependent. They're playing off of each other. Some of our subsystems that make up the Baptist Management System are things like strategic A3s and playing catch ball, uh, tactical A3s and playing catch ball, status A3s, things like this mental model that we call the Improvement Kata and Coaching Kata. And we want this mental model to be infused in every element of the Baptist Management System. Things like the 7-step problem solving A3 and shepherding groups and idea generation, where we allow every person on every shift in every department to give ideas to improve their world. Statistical analysis that we call process behavior charts, or another way to think about it is how we look at the voice of the process versus the voice of the customer. We have a powerful subsystem called TWI, Training Within Industry, and it's made up of three main pieces. The blue card represents job instructions, the yellow card represents job relations, and the green card represents job methods. I've been telling many people for some time that I'm convinced that job relations might be the most important piece to the Baptist Management System. And then we have things like this, a Get Better Jumpstart, which is our version of a Kaizen event done kata style. And then we have a strong focus that we want to put on standardized work, and it's under the label of what is our standard. And finally, we have something we call the Baptist Management System Review, where we have many volunteers that will go out to another entity and look at that entity's management system in light of these 11 principles. Now, in each one of these subsystems, we have many, many tools, and we have tools outside of these subsystems, but it would be a mistake to think of all of these pieces to the Baptist management system as independent dots or independent pieces. It's only when the parts interact do we get the full power of the Baptist management system. So we have to think about and we have to discover how these parts interact. And if you would like to know more about how they interact and work together, please give me a call. Thank you so much.